slithering with dollar signs in their eyes with tongues so reptilian. This industry's venomous with cold-blooded cinnamon. No need for nervousness, it's just a little turbulence.
Hey, it's Sir66 Python. I've been asked to do a ball python care video. First thing you're going to do is get some basic background knowledge. Go buy a book, read up on them, search the internet. Some general knowledge you should know about ball pythons, that they come from Central and West Africa. So it's pretty hot down there. That plays a key role on how to keep them. On the humidity level, on the heat, temperature, and all that stuff. And I'll talk about that in a little bit later in the video. Some more things to know is that the males are going to get about 3 to 4 feet. The females will get a little bit larger, maybe 5 feet. But the average is 4 foot. Ball pythons are very docile. They're a great beginner pet or reptile. I love keeping them. They're amazing. They're just fun. You can also get a bunch of different color morphs. I mean, they're beautiful animals. You can basically get any color you want. And they do eat rats. You can go frozen, thawed, or you can go live. And that's about it. I'll get you started on the cage setup, and I'll talk more in depth on the cage temperature and all that stuff. So, yeah. Alright, this is how I keep my ball pythons. They are juveniles. I do keep them in a larger cage than most people would. I keep them in 35 quart. That's about the size you should have for an adult. But they do perfectly fine. Alright. Well, if you're buying a ball python, first thing you're going to want to consider is the type of enclosure you want. Do you want to have a do you want to have a rack system, or do you want to have a tank? A tank is more show-offy, decorative thing. And tubs, they're basic. The juveniles you're gonna want to keep in a 15 quart tub, maybe a 10 to 20 gallon long tank. For adults, 25 to 35 quart tubs do just fine. And a tank for them, I would go with a 40 long. Works perfect. Then you're going to want to decide your substrate. I use Aspen, as you can see. Most people like to use newspaper. They can just rip it off or take it out and throw it away. This, you can just find the poop, pick it up, and throw it out. And then eventually, after a few weeks, clean the whole cage out. And some people also use green outside carpet. That works good too. You can just take it outside, spray it off with the hose. That does perfectly fine. I would stay away from things like reptile bark, because the first time I used reptile bark with my corn snakes and California King, I actually got mites. So I would stay away from that. It's just a preference of mine. Some people like to use, I think it's like coconut, some kind of coconut substrate. Really not sure about what that is, but some people say it's pretty good. It's trying to get out. Alright, and then after you decide what substrate you want to use, you're going to want to decide on what kind of hide you want. Do you want just a log you can buy at the pet store, or do you want something that won't even cost you anything? The tub that they come in, you can use as a hide. It works perfect. Just cut a hole in it. You can use the butter containers your mom buys for butter. You can use all kinds of things. And then you're going to want a water dish. A water dish actually helps with the humidity in there, but maybe once in a while you should spray down your cage to keep the humidity up. And speaking of humidity, you're going to want about 60% humidity. The heat on the warm side should stay about 90. The cool side, room temperature, maybe 79 to 85. Works perfect. Some people use a heat mat, like I do. Works perfectly fine. It goes directly under the house, so they can stay nice and warm under their secure home, so they can feel secure and safe. And other people like to use a UV light or bulb, and that works fine too. After you decided what you want to use for a heating fixture, there's actually also heat watt flex tape. Works perfect for rack systems. If you're gonna get a bunch of snakes, rack systems work perfectly fine. And then talk about feeding. First, a hatchling is going to, right off the bat, eat hoppers. Those are like a step up of pinky mice. So they have some fur on them, and yeah. Then I like to kind of measure mine up. Like they're a little bit bigger than hatchlings. I like to use, like, say my mouse is this big. I measure the snake. Like, I estimate how big they are. And I like to see a little bump in their stomach after they eat. That's what I use. Once they get adult size, they're going to eat medium to small rats. You can feed juveniles 1 to 2 times a week. Same with adults, but they can go for 2 to 3 weeks without eating. And I think that's about it. I think I got everything. Oh, some decor, some leaves. Decor means basically like branches to climb on. It's not necessary, but some people like to use it. That's all I can think of. Another thing you're going to want to do is wash your hands before you pick them up. I have this Germ-X, works good. But yeah, they're really easy to take care of. I'm sorry this video was very boring, but that's all I have to say. And if you have any questions or comments or more videos you want me to do, just message me and tell me, and I will respond, and I will more likely do the video. Yeah, thanks.